What? Okay, cool. Have you already started it, or? Oh, you're going to wait till I come back? Okay. What? All right, these guys have 0 stats. What day was the 6th? December 6th. What is today? Yeah. Okay, so Wednesday. All right, I'll come back here, 30 seconds. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rhett Sifford welcoming you back live to Montezuma Cortez High School in Cortez, Colorado. It is a doubleheader of high school hoops tonight on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live, and we welcome you back in for Game 2 of this San Juan doubleheader. It's a triple header technically. The Monticello girls are hosting the Dolores girls in Monticello tonight on StreamUtah.Live, so there are technically 3 games on our airwaves tonight. We don't have much time for a pregame here. I think we're about to do the national anthem, so we're probably going to take another immediate break. But just want to let you know that the Montezuma Cortez boys are 3-1 coming into this game tonight. Couple of wins at the Antelope Canyon Classic in Page, Arizona a couple weeks ago, and then a 74-44 win over Monticello last Wednesday. We do have the national anthem, so we'll take another break. We'll be back out here in just a minute.
In 1957, Lyle and Clea Johnson founded Lyle Northern Electric. What began as a small business in their family home has grown into the prominent local company it is today, a third-generation owned and operated company. Lyle Northern Electric is honored to have served the people of San Juan County for the past 65 years and is a proud supporter of high school sports.
Men can take a hit. We can tough it out. We're told to suck it up a lot more than we're asked to talk it out. But the truth is, the only way to tackle what's up here is by talking it out. To simply say what we're feeling. With friends, family, or the Utah Crisis Hotline. Put this number in your contacts right now. And if you're ever wondering if you have someone to talk to, you do. 24/7.
Back live to Montezuma Cortez High School. High school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Rhett Sifford welcoming you back live here to Cortez, and the boys now getting the starters called. So when I have opportunity, I'll try to talk about these two teams a little bit. No stats really for Cortez, so it would just be for San Juan. But Jake Ivins, the 5'8 junior guard, number 3. Number 25, 6-foot senior guard and forward Anthony Doan. Number 14, 6-foot senior guard R.J. Daly. Number 1, 6-foot senior guard Brigham Nielsen. And it looks like Justice Black not getting the start tonight. It'll be number 5, 6'2", senior forward Keaton Ivins, the final starter. Now for Montezuma Cortez, it'll be number 2, 5'7" junior guard Caden Leonard. Number 3, 6-foot senior forward Easton Hartsoe. Number 4, 5'6" junior guard Tay Wheat. Number 5, they're just going right down the numbers here, 6-foot freshman guard Trey Hall. And finally, skipping a bunch of numbers, number 33, 6'1" sophomore guard Trace Hartsoe. San Juan wearing the road blue tonight with the yellow numbers and trim. Montezuma Cortez in the home white with the black numbers and red trim. And we're about set to get underway. Second game of a doubleheader tonight. We're glad you've joined us on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. As San Juan squares off with Montezuma Cortez here tonight. The Montezuma Cortez girls already winning game number 1. 67-53, the final in that one. And we'll see how this one turns out. The Panthers win the opening tip, and they will possess to get us underway. And it is Caden Leonard on the move. And now they'll go down into the corner, and keeping it protected down there is Hall. He sends it back up top for Caden Leonard, who just floats the 3, and the long-range 3 is good and opens the scoring. San Juan back in, or for the first time in the offensive end, I should say. And into the far corner, it's Anthony Doan. Dribble drive on the baseline to Keaton Ivins in the middle. He is fouled as he goes up for the shot, and he'll go to the line. And this is going to be on Trey Hall, the first of the night. The first for Montezuma Cortez, and Keaton Ivins for San Juan is at the line to shoot a couple. And he drains the first. So that pulls San Juan back to within 2. A 3-point basket opening the scoring tonight from Trey Hall. To Leonard. Keaton Ivins' second attempt rolls off, and here's Montezuma Cortez driving back the other way. Missing a shot high off the glass is Wheat. On the rebound, a foul to San Juan, and Montezuma Cortez will go to the line, and this will be on Keaton Ivins. So there must be something about wearing jersey number 5. Those are the first 2 fouls of the night. And at the line, looking to add to the lead for Montezuma Cortez is Trey Wheat, the 5'6" junior. And he gets a nice friendly hometown roll as it bounces off the backside of the rim and then drops. So Wheat is on the board with 1 point, and that makes it 4-1. We are not quite 40 seconds into the boys' game tonight, the nightcap of this high school hoops doubleheader. Wheat's second shot bounces off a little bit long. San Juan comes down with the rebound. And then a steal or a turnover, and now a shot blocked by Anthony Doan, but it will be a foul on Doan. So the Broncos turn the ball over. Actually, Montezuma Cortez stole it. And the rebound, I believe, was to San Juan that time. I've got to find my rebound button here. Here we go. And the shot on the way from Wheat is no good. So he's been at the line 2 times now, made 1 of 2, and he misses the front end here. So second shot on the way, rolls in. So he remains 50%, and it's a 4-point lead now for Montezuma Cortez, 5-1 as we're nearing a minute into this game. Here's Anthony Doan for San Juan, dribbling across the top of the key, goes to Daly. His 3 is good. And make it 5-4. That's a big 3-point basket as Daly hits the first field goal of the game for San Juan. And here's Wheat with it for Montezuma Cortez, handing off to Leonard. Leonard will hand it off in turn to Hartsoe and back to Leonard. He's in the midcourt paint. Daly giving him a little bit of room. Now they set a little pick and roll, and a shot coming from inside the arc is no good for Leonard. San Juan with the defensive board, but now it's stolen again, and Wheat will run down court and lay it up and in. So a rebound for San Juan, but another steal for Montezuma Cortez. And San Juan now, after falling down 7-4, will bring it back in. They almost turned the ball over, but now a pass into the middle, and it will be a turnover. And so Montezuma Cortez will walk it across the line. Here's Trey Hall. And now down over to the far wing, it is Tay Wheat. Wheat will drive in, step back, tried the shot, but it was blocked by San Juan. And now a whistle as San Juan attempted to transition. This will be a foul on Montezuma Cortez. So the second foul on the Panthers. And it comes to number 33, Trace Hartsoe. 7-4 is the lead for Montezuma Cortez. So the Broncos, both the girls and now the boys, have trailed the entire night here tonight in this gym. And here's a nice drive for Jake Ivins. Goes right around the D. And the finger roll with the left hand is good off the glass. And San Juan's back to within one. It's 7-6. Now the Broncos will steal the ball away. They get their first steal of the night. And down into the corner, Anthony Doan. He'll send it out to the free throw line. A 10-foot jumper is good for Brigham Nielsen. And the Broncos take their first lead of the night, 8-7. 5:20 to go in the opening quarter. And Montezuma Cortez taking their time. Now pulling up from 18 feet is Leonard. No good on the shot. And a rebound for San Juan. The Broncos back the other way. Underneath, Keaton Ivins can't make the shot. And a rebound for Montezuma Cortez. And down court, Caden Leonard makes no mistake. Lays it up and in. And the Broncos back the other way. Here's R.J. Daly to Anthony Doan. Right wing drive. Kicks to Jake Ivins. Pulls up from 6 feet. No good. And the rebound to Montezuma Cortez. And the Panthers will slowly work it across the line. Tay Wheat on the walk-up. Now hands to the right side to Trey Hall. He's up near the top of the key. Goes left wing for Hartsoe. Hartsoe drives in. Left baseline spinning jumper is no good. And the rebound knocked away from Daly out of bounds, but it will be a rebound. So Hartsoe missing the shot. Rebound for Daly. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Montezuma Cortez. San Juan will walk it up on the inbound. And we're down to 4:20 to go in the opening quarter. It's 9-8 for Montezuma Cortez once again. Daly with it in the offensive end for San Juan. Over on the right wing for Brigham Nielsen. Nice couple of crossovers. Finds Jake Ivins underneath. He is clobbered. No foul. And they'll send it back out as San Juan got their own rebound. And now Daly floats up a shot. No good. Jake Ivins missed. San Juan got the offensive board, though. And Montezuma Cortez coming back the other way. Boy, they don't call the foul as Jake Ivins got hammered, but they call this little ticky-tack foul right here on San Juan's Keaton Ivins, his second. And Ivins will come off as Justice Black comes into the game for the first time tonight. And Justice Black wearing 24 tonight. So I guess he wears 34 at home and now 24 on the road. So that's tough to keep in touch with. But Montezuma Cortez will reset in the offensive end. That was a foul on Brigham Nielsen apparently. 3 on the way is no good. San Juan rebounded as the Broncos work it into the offensive end. Here's an R.J. Daly 3. Yes, they left him open and he drains it. It's 11-9 San Juan. And the Panthers walking it back across. Here's Leonard. Hands off and pulling up from 19 feet is Wheat. No good. Rebounded by San Juan. But the Broncos turn it over. And coming back the other way to lay it up and in is Trey Hall for Montezuma Cortez. So San Juan's second turnover of the game. And here is Jagger Neves, had the shot blocked from behind. As he's in for the first time. And here's a corner 3 on the way. And it rolls in. It took a long time, but it finally rolled in for Tay Wheat. And so he hits the 3. Montezuma Cortez back in the lead, 14-11. Here's a running bank shot. That's good for Jake Ivins, though, as San Juan answers quickly. Now the Panthers back in the offensive end. They are getting guys open in the corner right now. San Juan's D is clogged up in the middle, but now the Broncos spread it out a little bit. Montezuma Cortez had to save that from going out of bounds in the corner. Trey Hall did so. And now out high, a couple crossover dribbles. Tay Wheat around the defense. A nice handoff to Trace Hartsoe under the basket. He lays it up and in for his first points of the night. And it's a 3-point lead for the hometown Panthers. R.J. Daly misses from 17 feet. And a putback try is no good for Doan. And a third try is finally good for Doan. So Daly missed the 2. We had a couple rebounds for San Juan. And now Montezuma Cortez back the other way. Missing the shot is Hartso, and San Juan with the defensive rebound here. And the Broncos work it back into the offensive end, and R.J. Dally puts up a three. No good. Rebounded by San Juan, though. So right now, San Juan winning the battle on the boards. They've got 11 rebounds to just 2 for Montezuma Cortez. Justice Black, meanwhile, uses that size to get position and banks it off the glass and in. So the Broncos retake the lead, 17-16, in what has been a good first quarter here. We're down to 1:25 to go. These two teams duking it out right now. And down into the right corner, electing to just put up the three is Hall, no good. Rebound for San Juan. Broncos run it up. Jagger Neves, got open, missed the shot, but Jake Ivins hits the follow-up and the foul. So Neves couldn't score, but San Juan, who have been rebounding well here in this game, get the putback and an add one opportunity for Jake Ivins here. The foul, I am not seeing who the foul is on. It must have been Trey Hall. Yeah, it is, his second as he comes out of the game. But Jake Ivins attempting to complete a three-point play here for San Juan, but he's unable as it rolls off, and a rebound for Montezuma Cortez. And back come the Panthers as Hartso brings it in. Now steps it back at the top of the key. Hands off to Wheat. Right wing three is on the way. Nothing. And rebounded by San Juan. So the Broncos run it up, but out of the reach of Jayton Knight, who's fresh into the game, out of bounds on the baseline. And that will turn it back over to Montezuma Cortez. And inbounding are the Panthers, and here's Tay Wheat to walk it across. No press from San Juan. We're down to the final 40 seconds of the first quarter. Wheat just dissects the San Juan D, but he misses the finger roll. San Juan pulls down the rebound. Jagger Neves on the way back, missing the shot. And coming the other way, Wheat will score for Montezuma Cortez as they pull back to within one. And the Broncos will walk it across the line, and now with 15 seconds to go, they'll try to have the last possession of this quarter. Jagger Neves in traffic, but hands off to Jake Ivins. Ivins dishes at the last minute to Justice Black. It's kicked out of bounds by Montezuma Cortez. And so San Juan will reset in the offensive end with 8 seconds remaining in the quarter. The Broncos are up 19-18 in what has been a barn burner of a first quarter here. The team's going back and forth all period long. Broncos inbound. Here's a Justice Black three. That one rims off and rebounded by Montezuma Cortez. And a running three is no good for Tay Wheat at the buzzer, and that's the way the first quarter ends. It was a fun one. 19-18 in favor of the San Juan Broncos as we head to the second quarter. We'll take a break and return to Montezuma Cortez High School in Cortez, Colorado. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, we're proud to sponsor San Juan High School athletics.
Back live to Montezuma Cortez High School. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. A doubleheader of San Juan basketball tonight. The girls falling to Montezuma Cortez in the first game, but now the boys game going on, and this has been a fun one already. As we're underway in the second quarter, it looks like we've got a travel on Jagger Neves, and that will be a turnover to San Juan and back to Montezuma Cortez. And I don't know that I saw the travel that time either, but San Juan now pressing as Montezuma Cortez will try to break that. They'll lob it up, and there's a couple of good quick passes. They almost lose it out of bounds, but are able to save it. So they will set it up in the offensive end, and that was probably a travel, but no good on the shot from Leonard. They get their own rebound, though. A 3 on the way is no good, but they get a second rebound as well. Now another 3 on the way. That one off the mark as well. And finally San Juan with the defensive board, but 2 offensive rebounds for Montezuma Cortez that time. They were unable to capitalize, though. And here's Anthony Doan for San Juan. Has the ball stripped away as he drove through the paint. And it goes out of bounds on the far corner. And it will stay with San Juan here in the offensive end. I notice Anthony Doan has the mop trimmed up a little bit. He doesn't have quite the hair he had when I last saw him a couple games ago. As San Juan will inbound the basketball. And Jagger Neves, dribble drive right through the D, gets the roll on the bank off the glass. And a nice runner that time by Jagger Neves makes it 21-18. The three-point lead matches Montezuma Cortez's largest lead of the night, which was at the start of the game. A three-point basket for Caden Leonard opened us up. Here is, speaking of, Leonard with a shot no good and rebounded by Montezuma Cortez. So they keep possession in the offensive end. Here's a 3 from Leonard, no good. And down to San Juan this time. And the Broncos push in transition. Keaton Ivins receives a pass on the baseline. And Brigham Nielsen misses from three-point range. But an offensive rebound for San Juan. A three-point basket, or attempt, I should say, no good for Jagger Neves. And on this rebound, a foul is coming to Montezuma Cortez. And this will be the first on Tay Wheat. This is just both teams have 4 fouls in the half now. I guess I forgot to start the second quarter, so we'll do that now. On my iPad, I'm counting wrong stats here. That's always frustrating. So at least the half is correct, but now let's see. At the line for San Juan is Keaton Ivins. So that is the first foul, in the second quarter. And Ivins makes the first of the 2 foul shots. The second is right through as well. This is a San Juan team that really kind of had a come-together type of game against American Heritage last week. It's the type of game that can really propel the Broncos through the rest of the season. This is going to be a foul on San Juan as Montezuma Cortez gets the ball in the offensive end. And this is on the floor. But boy, San Juan has really come together as a team and is really starting to believe. You can see it in their eyes. You can see the confidence they're playing with now. And a lot of players coming in and off the bench here, in and out, exchanging with each other as Jayton Knight comes back in. Jagger Neves is in there. Daly, Keaton Ivins, Trip Palmer is in for the first time tonight. The foul to San Juan I missed. I'm not sure who it was against. Now another one coming. It looks like Jayton Knight. No, it'll be a charge this time, an offensive foul. And this is on number 0, Gail Garcia. His first and the second for Montezuma Cortez in the period. And with 6:05 left in the half, it'll be San Juan basketball coming across into the front court. Jagger Neves, and Coach Nielsen is very animated as he wants his team to run a play. Jayton Knight gets a pass in the corner, misses the 3, but the Broncos get the rebound and the putback. Was that Trip Palmer? 55, or I'm not sure. So Jayton Knight missed the 3. Meanwhile, Leonard misses here. And San Juan with the defensive rebound. Let's see, I've got to get some guys off the bench, some stats here. There's a shot no good for R.J. Daly. And now San Juan will score on a putback as Jagger Neves does score this time. And Montezuma Cortez back in the offensive end. It's suddenly a 27-18 lead for San Juan, but here is Trey Hall answering for Montezuma Cortez with a tray. Speaking of, so I have missed a basket. I'm not sure. I think it was either Trip Palmer. I'm going to have to just give it to Trip, I think, and my stats may be off. It was either him or Brigham Nielsen, I think, but I'll give it to Tripp, and that'll make the score right, 27-21. We got a timeout on the floor, and we'll keep it here as San Juan is up by 6. They were up by as much as 9 there briefly, but a big three-point basket just then by Hall pulls Montezuma Cortez back to within 6, so that was a big bucket. And I want to take a moment just to let you know we're brought to you in part tonight by Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Utah State University Blanding, San Juan Health, Car Shop Auto Body, Colleen Kays, author of the 7 Dynamos of Organizational Power, Red Mechanical, Flights Gymnastics, Northern Electric, Emory Telecom, Napa Motor Parts, and Creative Floors. A huge thanks to all the sponsors making the broadcast possible as we get set to come out of this timeout from San Juan. And the Broncos up by 6, 27-21. San Juan with 20 rebounds in this ballgame, out-rebounding Montezuma Cortez 20-8 so far. But the Broncos have turned the ball over more in this game as well. But right now the boards are playing a huge factor. San Juan getting a bunch of putback points as well. Here is R.J. Daly with it in the offensive end for San Juan. Backs the D in, now gives to Tripp Palmer. He misses the 3, and on the rebound, a foul to Keaton Ivins over the back. And that will be Ivins' 3rd. Maybe not a foul, maybe it was just out of bounds. No, it was, and it's the 2nd on Keaton Ivins, according to the screen, or the scoreboard, I should say, but I'm not sure about that. If that was on Keaton, I have it as his 3rd, but I must be wrong. Here, meanwhile, is Montezuma Cortez's Tay Wheat handing off to Leonard. He pulls up from 19 feet, no good, and the rebound bounces off of San Juan out of bounds. It was on Keaton, so that would be his 3rd, and I'm not sure. Maybe I just have it wrong, but I may have to fix that later on. It's a fast-paced game, that's for sure. 4:36 left in the half now. It's a 27-20 lead. 27-21 lead for San Juan. Montezuma Cortez in the offensive end. There's a nice spin move and a good little shot from Trey Hall, scoring for Montezuma Cortez, who pulled back to within 4. San Juan in quick transition. Tripp Palmer in the right corner will send it cross court to Jayton Knight. Now Jake Ivins down in the left corner for San Juan. To Jayton Knight and over to the right wing for Daly. Daly holding the ball, now dribbles a couple times. Tried to send it down into double coverage to Justice Black. He had the ball intercepted, but stepping on the baseline with it was Trey Hall. So San Juan will keep it here in the offensive end. And the Broncos inbound the basketball. R.J. Daly has it out at the top of the key. He'll dribble, moving right. Hands off to Jake Ivins. Ivins with a stutter step, pulls up for the short jumper, missing. And on the rebound, a foul, I think, to San Juan. And it will be on Tripp Palmer. His 1st, according to my stats, which are, of course, always unofficial. See, now they've got... Now they put the 3rd foul up there for Keaton Ivins, so I'm definitely just going to let them do what they're doing, and I'll do what I'm doing over here. That foul was definitely on Tripp Palmer, so I guess maybe, I don't know if they're correcting their foul situation up on the board or what, but here's a 3, meanwhile, on the way, no good for Raul Soto, who is just in the ball game, but an offensive rebound for the Panthers, and now a running pass to the right side, but good coverage by San Juan to not allow Easton Hartsoe to get a shot. And now the first turnover of the game to Montezuma Cortez as they throw it away out of bounds on the far sideline. And the Broncos will have a chance to walk it up here. Jake Ivins handing off to Jayton Knight. Dribble drive through the paint. Now kicks it to the right side. Back to Brigham Nielsen. He goes right through the D, but misses the over-under off the right side of the rim. And a rebound for Montezuma Cortez. The Panthers run it up off the glass, too high from Leonard. And a rebound for San Juan. The Broncos running the other way. Jake Ivins takes a pass out ahead but misses the layup. So 3 misses in a row for these two teams. And Montezuma Cortez trying to break that cycle. Here's a 19-footer that drops for Trey Hall. He had his toes on the line, so it's just a 2. They've given him a 3. That should have just been a 2. 27-25 is what I have. And we'll see if that was corrected. That should have been a 2-point basket, I believe. And we'll see if they fix that. Meanwhile, we've got a timeout on the floor. Yeah, so I think they're asking a question on that shot. I know that he was standing on the line, so I believe that should be a 2. We'll see if he ends up getting a 3. And if this ends up being a 1-point game at the end, there could be a little controversy. But a timeout meanwhile, so we'll take a quick break ourselves, just a 30-second, and we'll be back here to Montezuma Cortez. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Last year I was at my lowest, going through some pretty serious depression. A couple of friends of mine stopped by the house and said they were worried about me. Said they'd feel a lot better if they could hold on to my firearms until things turned around. I think they saved my life.
If your loved ones are struggling, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home, because things do get better.
Back live to Montezuma Cortez High School in Cortez, Colorado, where the two scorekeepers are together discussing things. I know on my end that Trey Hall was inside the arc for that shot, so it should be a 2 and should be 27-25 right now. And so we'll see if they figure it out down there. I may end up having to take a break and go down and chat with them. I'm not sure, but I don't know. Maybe I just stay out of it. But at any rate, so they're going to discuss it now. The officials talking it over with the coaches. I don't know if right now still showing 27-26 on the scoreboard, but I've got 27-25. So, and it doesn't look like they're going to fix it. So Montezuma Cortez is going to continue with the extra point. And San Juan will work it into the offensive end. Justice Black has the ball stolen away, and Montezuma Cortez running the other way. And it is Tay Wheat to lay it up and in, and it's a tie ball game, 27-all, as San Juan will shoot from the far side. They're going to call a travel on Brigham Nielsen, though, so no shot, and that'll be a turnover back to Montezuma Cortez. I guess if we're going to, it might be something that's corrected at halftime, but I'll have an opportunity maybe to have some input at halftime as we're down to 2:15 to go in this first half, and it shows 28-27 for Montezuma Cortez on the scoreboard. Easton Hartsoe missing from just inside the arc. San Juan with the rebound, but the Broncos end up having it stolen away again, and now they battle underneath the basket as nearly losing it, and now keeping it is Trey Hall. There's a shot no good, I think, from Raul Soto, and Montezuma Cortez avoids the turnover there, definitely keeping the basketball. And now it's going to be an offensive foul apparently on Jake Ivins here on the far side. And that will give it back to Montezuma Cortez with 1:44 left in the first half. As they say, he threw the elbow, so it'll be Tay Wheat to inbound on the far sideline for Montezuma Cortez. And again, 1:44 left in this first half. A 28-27 lead showing on the scoreboard for Montezuma Cortez, but the score is tied, 27-all. And we have the video evidence as well. So here's a shot no good from three-point range for Wheat, rebounded by San Juan. And the Broncos will work it across the line with a head pass. As Nielsen now finds Justice Black. He goes up for the shot, but they call him for the travel. And so that will turn it back over to Montezuma Cortez. And with 1:19 to go in the first half, Montezuma Cortez will take over in the defensive end. No press from San Juan as Tay Wheat inbounds, and the Panthers will walk it up. And it is Caden Leonard now with the basketball. He'll hand back to Wheat on the far sideline. Then he gets a cross-court pass back near the midcourt line, so Leonard has it. He'll give it back to Wheat on the far side. Wheat with a full-on cross-court pass, but it goes off the back of Anthony Doan, but San Juan's not able to complete the steal. Now a shot block for San Juan. And that's, I believe, their first block of the night. And the shot was no good for Raul Soto. But Montezuma Cortez keeps the basketball, and now Tay Wheat hands over to the left side. A three-pointer is on the way, no good from Hartso, rebounded by San Juan. The Broncos run it up. Anthony Doan pulls up, hands off to Jake Ivins. Now Trip Palmer is open from 10 feet, no good. And a miss on a follow-up try as well by Justice Black. So both of those players miss. But an offensive rebound in the middle there for San Juan. And now the Panthers, with just 10 seconds left in the half, have it just inside the mid-court line. And on the run is Leonard, and as he comes through, he's fouled, apparently by Justice Black. No, it's going to be on Trip Palmer, his second. And this thing is getting a bit chippy here. Not as chippy as maybe the game against American Heritage the other night, but there's some passion in here tonight. And it's fun. It's a good rivalry. I have that the game is tied right now at 27-all. Scoreboard showing a 28-27 lead for Montezuma Cortez, and they are shooting now as they move into the bonus. And Caden Leonard makes no mistake as he hits the first of the two. He's got 6. And he will toe the line and shoot once more. And the shot rolls off. San Juan, it's an offensive rebound for Montezuma Cortez. Nobody's able to get a shot at the buzzer. And the half comes to an end. It's a 28-27 lead for the Montezuma Cortez Panthers after one half of play in what has been an exciting ball game so far. We'll take a break. We'll come back out for some first half stats. Stay with us. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Hi, my name is Bill Boyle. I'm editor of the San Juan Record and station manager at Red Rock Radio. In my line of work, it's important to know and understand the facts when it comes to disseminating important news and information. Parents, studies show that monitoring your kids is vital in reducing the risk of substance misuse. A teen's brain is much more susceptible to alcohol dependence than an adult's. Make sure that alcohol and other drugs are not available to your kids at home or from friends, siblings, or elsewhere. Know your children's friends and their parents, and discuss with them your desire to keep your kids alcohol and drug-free, and enlist their cooperation. Remember, it's against the law for a minor to purchase, possess, or consume any alcoholic beverage. And of course, it's illegal for anyone to sell, offer to sell, or furnish alcohol to a minor. At some level, most kids appreciate parental monitoring. It gives them a sense of security and is a very real proof to them that the parents love them enough to care about their well-being. Together, let's continue to make San Juan County a place to raise strong and capable youth. Come on, let's do this!
Blue Mountain Hospital, we're thrilled to welcome Cade Lyman, Dane Lyman, and Brian Kirk, joining our unparalleled team of healthcare professionals. Blue Mountain Hospital has been setting the standard for rural hospitals since 2009.
Montezuma Cortez High School, an exciting first half here in the nightcap on our San Juan High School Hoops doubleheader tonight. The girls falling to Montezuma Cortez tonight, 63-57, but actually I think it was, not sure if that's a correct score. It might have been 67-53. Yes, that's correct. 67-53, but it's a barn burner in the boys' game, a 28-27 lead for the hometown Montezuma Cortez Panthers. And what was a real fun first half, and they did get the score corrected on the scoreboard, so we've got nothing to argue about anymore. It's an honest game once again, and it has been a fun one, and it is anybody's game at this point. And again, San Juan trailing Montezuma Cortez 28-27 at the half. Let's take a look at the first half stats. And winning the first quarter 21-18 was San Juan. but the Panthers rallied to win the second quarter 10-6. Are we getting some info on what's going on down here with the baseball blanket?
So it's last year. They just left after school, so they never got to present it in front of the school.
So it was a state championship? Okay, so they're honoring the Montezuma Cortez baseball state champions here tonight, who they were never able to present. It's a banner, but it looks like it's made of cloth, so it's a cloth banner that they'll hang in the gym here. So congrats to the Montezuma Cortez 2023 baseball state champions. And that is cool. So they're honoring that team here this evening, I should say, but we'll get back to our first half stats in this basketball game. And the two teams shooting-wise in the first half, Montezuma Cortez 11 of 37 from the floor for 30%. San Juan 11 of 31 for 36%. So the Broncos making the most of their opportunities. And let's see, from inside the arc, 8 of 24 for Montezuma Cortez for 33%. San Juan 9 of 22 for 41%. From beyond the arc, 3 3-pointers for the Panthers. They're 3 of 13 for 23%. San Juan 2 of 9 for 22%. And not a whole lot of foul shooting in that first half, but Montezuma Cortez 50%, 3 of 6, and San Juan is 60%, 3 of 5. The Broncos out-rebounding Montezuma Cortez in the first half, 25-13. And let's see, turnover-wise, San Juan with 6 turnovers in the first half, and the Panthers only 2. The Panthers also stole the ball away from San Juan 4 times, and San Juan with only 1 steal in that first half. Broncos have blocked a couple shots so far tonight, and Montezuma Cortez with 1 block. Individually, the scoring leaders tonight, we'll start it off with Montezuma Cortez, the hometown team. Tay Wheat leading the way with 11 points, and that is a game-high 11 points. Trey Hall has 9, and that also is higher than anybody for San Juan. And then it's a 6-point night so far for Caden Leonard, 2 points for Trace Hartsoe. The 3-point baskets, 3 of them, and 1 each for these players, Caden Leonard, Tay Wheat, and Trey Hall. For San Juan, it is 2 players leading the way, Jake Ivins and R.J. Daly, both with 6 points in the first half. It's a 4-point night so far for Jagger Neves off the bench for the Broncos. 3 points for Keaton Ivins, who started tonight. And then several players have 2 points each. Brigham Nielsen, Anthony Doan, Justice Black, and Trip Palmer. And I could be wrong on that Trip Palmer basket, so if so, my apologies to whoever I'm shirking. And 3-point baskets tonight, only 2 of them for San Juan so far, both of those for R.J. Daly. So that's the first half stats. San Juan's largest lead was up to 7 points in the first half. Montezuma Cortez led by as much as 4, but both teams erased those deficits. And at the end of one half, it's Montezuma Cortez 28, San Juan 27. We'll take a break and come back out for the second half. You're listening to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, we're proud to sponsor San Juan High School athletics.
Here at Utah Naval Health System, our mission statement is we exist to improve your quality of life through comprehensive, self-empowered, culturally sensitive, and amazing customer service.
Men can take a hit. We can tough it out. We're told to suck it up a lot more than we're asked to talk it out. But the truth is, the only way to tackle what's up here is by talking it out. To simply say what we're feeling. with friends, family, or the Utah Crisis Hotline. Put this number in your contacts right now. And if you're ever wondering if you have someone to talk to, you do. 24/7.
In 1957, Lyle and Clea Johnson founded Lyle Northern Electric. What began as a small business in their family home has grown into the prominent local company it is today, a third-generation owned and operated company. Lyle Northern Electric is honored to have served the people of San Juan County for the past 65 years and is a proud supporter of high school sports.
San Juan Credit Union. Your money, your future, your credit union. We have branches available in Blanding, Monticello, and Bluff. Come on down and see us.
Back live to Montezuma Cortez High School in Cortez, Colorado. It is the site of our high school hoops doubleheader tonight on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. We're glad you've joined us. The Montezuma Cortez girls victorious tonight by the final of 63 to, I'm sorry, I keep getting this wrong. It's 67 to 53. And for us, it's a barn burner in the boys game right now, a 28 to 27 lead for Montezuma Cortez. So the Broncos trying to avoid being swept here tonight in Cortez. Of course, there have been lots of other games as well. JV and C teams all playing tonight in what is a 6-game event here this evening at the Montezuma Cortez High School. We are brought to you in part tonight by the San Juan School District CTE programs, Blue Mountain Foods, Energy Fuels, Precision Rehab, Lee Contracting, Desert Rivers Credit Union, Holiday Construction, San Juan Pharmacy, Canyonlands Tire, Diamond Propane, Red's Ace Hardware, Southeastern Utah 7-Eleven stores, and Blue Mountain Hospital. A huge thanks to all the sponsors who make these broadcasts possible all season long. We're in store for a fun second half here. It's a 1-point lead for the hometown Panthers as the teams come back out on the floor here. And we are set to begin the second half. It'll be Montezuma Cortez basketball on the arrow. And the Panthers inbound it. We are underway in the third quarter. And here's a little crossover by Tay Wheat. He ended up walking with the basketball, and that turns it back over to San Juan. So the third turnover of the night now for Montezuma Cortez to start this second half. Here's Jake Ivins on the drive. Underneath to Keaton Ivins, but Ivins had pushed off of his defender, Trace Hartso. And for Keaton Ivins, that's going to be his fourth foul and the first for San Juan in this half. I've got it as his fourth foul. And again, I'm not sure if that's 100% correct, but yeah, they don't have the number of fouls up now. They've got it as his third. So I have added an extra one at some point, but we'll see. That'll all work out in the wash probably. Here is a spinning fade that's good for Hartso from 18 feet, and all 5 of the starters for Montezuma Cortez have scored now. Meanwhile, Jagger Neves coming back the other way for San Juan, missing the shot, but he does get his own rebound. And now falling to the floor is Brigham Nielsen, and Montezuma Cortez is able to steal that ball away, or the Broncos turned it over, I should say. And the Panthers will set it up. Here's a left corner three from Wheat. No. And rebounded by San Juan. And Jagger Neves does a good job to outweight the defense and goes up and lays it in. He has 6 on the night. And San Juan back to within 1. It's 30-29 with 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Here's a pass that's going to be result in a jump ball here as San Juan was able to get their hands on that loose ball. And so alternating possession will go to San Juan this time, and Anthony Doan steps to the defensive baseline to inbound to Jake Ivins, and Ivins will run it across. on the right-hand dribble. Then hands off to Doan, back to Ivins. Lobs it up for Neves on the right wing. He's double-teamed, kicks it back out. Ivins is fouled as he makes a move around Tay Wheat, and that will be Wheat's second of the night. And the Panthers first in the third quarter. And so the Broncos will reset on the near sideline, and Jake Ivins lobs it into the backcourt for Anthony Doan. Doan will work it back across the line. Hands to Nielsen. Now back to Doan. In the paint, he loses the basketball and turns it over. And Montezuma Cortez on a fast break. Tay Wheat goes up and lays it in, and this 5'6" junior is a weapon, that's for sure. And he gives Montezuma Cortez a 3-point lead again. San Juan now turns it over again. And the Panthers have it back in the offensive end, working it around the perimeter. Wide open left wing three for Hartsoe is good. And it's 35-29, the biggest lead of the night for Montezuma Cortez. As Doan works his way into the paint, lobs it up, no good. Rebounded by Montezuma Cortez once again. So the Panthers starting to establish some momentum here. And they'll set it up in the offensive end as Leonard dribbling through the legs, hands off to Hartsoe. Hartsoe back left wing for Hall. Hall will pull up for three, blocked by Jagger Neves. And as San Juan transitioned, I don't know if it is a foul. It is on Trey Hall, and this will be his third. And for Montezuma Cortez, their second foul in this quarter. And it looks like Hall will step off the floor. He will indeed. As it looks like number 15, Ridge Hatathli, comes in for the first time tonight, I believe. Meanwhile, San Juan sets it up in the offensive end. Right corner three for Neves is good. As the Broncos answer the three game, and that makes it 35-32 as San Juan pulls back to within three. On the delayed dribble, Leonard now hands off, gets it back. Left wing. Rose up and then put the ball on the floor and now dribbles back to the midcourt line, hands off. They go to the right wing now for Hartsoe. Back to the left side for Easton Hartsoe. He'll lob it up, no good. Off the glass, San Juan with the rebound. And the Broncos run the floor and score. Trip Palmer. Trip Palmer has 4 on the night, according to my stats, which are completely unofficial. The Broncos are back to within 1. Make it 4 as Trace Hartsoe drains the 3. And San Juan back in the offensive end now. Jake Ivins bounce it into the corner. Jagger Neves around the D to the hole, but he had the shot partially blocked. And now on the rebound, a whistle, or the loose ball, I should say. It wasn't really a rebound. And it looks like it went out of bounds off Montezuma Cortez. So San Juan keeps it in the offensive end. And they get it in immediately. Nice basket for Trip Palmer as Doan found him wide open underneath the bucket. He lays it in off the glass, and San Juan stays within 2. It's 38-36. Crossover dribble for Leonard. Finds a man going to the bucket, and Easton Hartsoe lays it up and in. So the two teams basket for basket right now. Here comes Jake Ivins, but his running jumper fell way short, and it's pulled down by Montezuma Cortez. And now over on the far side, Anthony Doan knocks that away from Weed, and now they try to touch pass underneath the basket, but I don't think Hatathli was expecting it. It goes out of bounds on the baseline, coming back the other way to San Juan. And across the line comes Jake Ivins now to Brigham Nielsen. Sends it into the paint, and Anthony Doan is run into by Wheat there. And I think that's going to be the third foul on the Montezuma Cortez Jr. They're going to talk it over. And it will be on Wheat, his third. Montezuma Cortez's third in the quarter. As both players were moving and Wheat did not have position there. So San Juan will inbound the basketball from the offensive baseline. Coming back in for Montezuma Cortez is Raul Soto, the 6'1 senior forward. Anthony Doan set to inbound the basketball here for San Juan with 3:35 to go in the third quarter, down 40-36. Brigham Nielsen finds Trip Palmer wide open again. Nobody's bothering to cover Palmer. and he's had 2 wide open baskets in the last couple possessions. San Juan's back to within 2, 40-38. Now Palmer steals. He'll run the floor, and it's a two-handed dunk for the 6'1 sophomore. And he hung on the rim, and I think he's going to get a warning. And Palmer with the two-handed dunk. And that's always fun. And that ties the ball game at 40. Wow. So the scoop and score, the cherry on top was the jam. And with 3:14 to go in the third, Trip Palmer apparently uses no effort to dunk the ball. He was up above the rim with ease. And that looked very comfortable for the sophomore. My goodness. Montezuma Cortez trying to answer, and they will, as Caden Leonard with the quick release on the runner beats Trip Palmer. And now a 3 on the way for San Juan is no good from Daly. Rebounded by Montezuma Cortez, and the Panthers will walk it across, leading once again 42-40 in what really has turned into an exciting basketball game here tonight between these two local rivals. And now Jake Ivins on the dribble across the line to Daly for 3, no. And the rebound is battled for in the paint, and finally coming away with it and drawing a foul is Caden Leonard for Montezuma Cortez. And it will be on Trip Palmer. I think it's his third. Got it as his second. So my fouls are off somewhere, but I do know it's the second here in this third quarter for San Juan. And Montezuma Cortez inbounds the basketball. San Juan with a press here. And a good job by the Panthers to beat that, but Trip Palmer gets a big shot block for San Juan, and coming the other way and scoring is Anthony Doan. So Easton Hartsoe was stuffed, but now because he had fallen down, he's way down ahead of everybody, takes a full court pass and lays it in. So Montezuma Cortez reestablishes their lead, 44-42. Now the ball is stolen away by Caden Leonard, and he draws a foul on the man he stole it from, Anthony Doan, on the run down court. And so both teams with 3 fouls in the third quarter, and we've got 2 minutes remaining in the frame. 44-42 lead for Montezuma Cortez. You're getting the feeling that this is going to be a last to score situation tonight, as these two teams have been duking it out, but the Panthers have led for the majority, whether it's been a tight lead or whether they've been leading by 6. San Juan has led briefly on a few occasions as well. In fact, San Juan led by as much as 7 points in that first quarter. Here was a good effort by Trace Hartsoe, but he missed the shot, and the Broncos, I think, got the rebound and drew a foul, and it is against Easton Hartsoe. So the defensive board for the Broncos, the foul on Hartsoe is his first, but now the fourth on Montezuma Cortez in the third quarter. So San Juan on the verge of going into the bonus, but it is winding down to the final 140 of this third quarter. Here's Jagger Neves, bounce it to Justin Black, uses the size, goes to the hole and scores with the left hand off the glass. We're all tied at 44 once again. Here comes Montezuma Cortez again, little stutter step from Leonard. Runs into the defensive Daly, now kicks it into the middle, and in traffic in there. Now they'll find Hartsoe, and he just comes right through the paint with a little bit of a hook shot and makes that bucket, giving Montezuma Cortez the lead again. Kick into the corner, 3 on the way from Neves, misses everything, and a man goes down for Montezuma Cortez in the ensuing battle, and it will be a foul, I think, on San Juan. And on number 24, it would appear, they don't have a 20. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's Justice Black. I've got him in my roster as 34 because that's what he normally wears. But apparently 24 on the road. And so with a 46-44 lead, Montezuma Cortez will inbound the ball. I think I need to give them a defensive rebound on that play too, since it was a foul. And here's a stutter step for Leonard, but I think they called a timeout first. Coach Mike Hall for these Montezuma Cortez Panthers calling the timeout with 1:07 remaining in the third quarter. and his Panthers enjoying a 46-44 lead. It's a full minute timeout. We'll take a break ourselves. Stay with us. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Life is a series of cherished moments, filled with milestones that define our journey. Moments of love, joy, and shared experiences. Each moment contributes to our story. As each chapter unfolds, our experiences shape us, defining who we are. When it's time to celebrate a life, ensure your loved ones are remembered with the grace, dignity, and individuality they deserve. San Juan Mortuary, celebrating life, honoring memories, transcending tradition.
Here at Utah-Navarro Health System, our mission statement is we exist to improve your quality of life through comprehensive, self-empowered, culturally sensitive, and amazing customer service.
Back live to Montezuma Cortez High School in Cortez, Colorado. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. We're glad you've joined us tonight. This has been an outstanding basketball game on the boys' side tonight as these two teams have duked it out back and forth. Montezuma Cortez out of the timeout drains the 10-footer as Ridge Hatathli gets his first basket. And I tell you, these teams looking good, but now, unfortunately for Montezuma Cortez, Caden Leonard is hobbled on this play. And he is having trouble putting weight on the left ankle, it looks like. Now they're actually looking at the right side. So, boy, this would be a blow for Montezuma Cortez. Leonard has been outstanding tonight for the Panthers. Looks like he's going to come off under his own power. So he will have to be replaced temporarily, and he'll go to get checked out. The Panthers leading 48-44. The Lady Panthers winning already tonight, 67-53 the final. And here come the Broncos with the basketball back into the offensive end. Jagger Neves thought about the three, now dribbles through to the hole and gets the roll. And the Broncos answer immediately. They stay within two. It's 48-46. These two teams trading baskets here in the second half so far. Nobody's been able to establish too much momentum. Now here's a three on the way off the glass, no good. Getting his own rebound and rimming it out again is Wyatt Oliver. Back-to-back threes, no good. 2 rebounds, though, and they finally get it in. Ridge Hatathli. That was some real tenacious play right there by Montezuma Cortez. And San Juan back the other way. I'm going to have to do some quick finger work here. I've got to get some rebounds as the buzzer sounds, but San Juan can't get the bucket. Jagger Neves and Justice Black missing opportunities right there at the end of the period. And boy, it is fast and furious here. So San Juan got an offensive rebound, a couple of those for Montezuma Cortez. And then finally scoring on that play was ultimately Ridge Hatathli. So I've got to get that put on the score, and the third period is done. It's a 50-46 lead for Montezuma Cortez heading into the fourth quarter of what, to me, has been the most exciting game of the season so far this year. Of course, I know San Juan won in overtime against Wayne in the second game of the year, and I wasn't there to see that, so I have no comparison to make, but this has been a real barn burner tonight. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back out here to start the fourth quarter in Montezuma Cortez. Stay with us. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. In Cortez, Colorado. One final period here tonight as the San Juan Broncos are here taking on the Montezuma Cortez Panthers, and still anybody's game. Looking forward to an exciting fourth quarter here and we are underway. The Panthers have the basketball. Still haven't seen Caden Leonard come back out for Montezuma Cortez, and he is not on the bench. So I don't know if we'll be seeing him again tonight. He hurt his right leg on a recent play. Now Montezuma Cortez getting a three, no good. They get their own rebound, though. Now they're battling for it over there. It looks like it was always being battled for, so San Juan actually comes away with the board. And the Broncos will work it in. Jake Ivins on the run, can't score. Moving right, shooting left, but he does draw a foul, and he'll go to the line. This is our first trip to the line in the second half, I believe. And this is on Trace Hartsoe. So, yeah, it does look like Caden Leonard might be done for the night. We'll watch that, but at the moment, Ridge Hatathli's in there for him, so I'll put him in on my roster, and it looks like Jake Ivins makes the first of the two foul shots. Second one rims out, though, and a rebound for Montezuma Cortez, and the Panthers will walk it up. Handing back to Wheat is Hartsoe. Wheat on the dribble left and now sends it back to the right to Hartsoe. Hartsoe on the left-hand dribble, almost mishandled. He's got Jake Ivins draped all over him, but now hands off. And Wyatt Oliver will put up a three, no good. And the rebound out of bounds, it's going to be a jump ball. And it will be San Juan basketball coming the other way. So I'm not sure. Apparently the ref lost sight of who touched it last, so called the jump ball. And it actually works out for San Juan as they'll get possession. And now it does look like I can see Caden Leonard back on the bench for Montezuma Cortez, and now we get a foul off the ball, it looks like, here on Keaton Ivins. And so this is where it starts to come in. So I guess that'll be his fourth. I mean, I have it as his fifth, so. And they've got it up on the board as his fourth, so Montezuma Cortez, meanwhile, quickly back in the offensive end. And here's a three from Hartsoe, yes. Drained it from the left wing, and it's a 53-47 lead. Oh, maybe they just gave him two, I think. Must have just given him two on that. And so I will have to fix that. And now we get a whistle with San Juan in the offensive end, and looks like a foul off the ball on Montezuma Cortez. And again, this is those number fives registering fouls as Keaton Ivins and Trey Hall trade fouls again. This is the fourth on Trey Hall as well. Now San Juan inbounds, and here's Keaton Ivins, drive through the lane, and they call him for the charge, and that's it. Keaton Ivins is going to foul out on that play. And so he will be replaced by Trip Palmer, and that's not a bad trade-off for San Juan the way Palmer has played tonight. And so Keaton Ivins is done. That's the second foul on San Juan here in the fourth quarter. And Montezuma Cortez has the basketball. Wheat sending it over near side to Trace Hartsoe. He'll hand off. And getting into trouble is Wyatt Oliver, but he kicks it into the middle. Here's Wheat, and Wheat runs over his defender, and that's a charge on Wheat. So the teams trade offensive charges here. And that'll be coming the other way for San Juan, and that is now the fourth foul on Tay Wheat. So you've got Tay Wheat and Trey Hall for Montezuma Cortez. And let's see, I think nobody has four fouls for San Juan anymore now that Keaton Ivins has fouled out. Meanwhile, San Juan back in the offensive end, and Anthony Doan drives through to the bucket, but he kind of got out of control, and as he put it up, he lost the handle and was unable to get himself under control. It was a defensive board for Montezuma Cortez. Meanwhile, coming back the other way, Caden Leonard misses a shot, but an offensive rebound for Cortez, and now a three for Trey Hall. 55-47, it's up to an 8-point lead, the largest of the night for Montezuma Cortez. Trying to answer is Jayton Knight, misses the three, and on the rebound, Brigham Nielsen is fouled. as these two teams continue to duke it out. And San Juan, let's see who the foul is on. It's going to be the fourth on Montezuma Cortez and the third now on Trace Hartso. And we're going to get a timeout with 5:29 to go. I think San Juan wants to talk it over. 55-47 is the lead for the Montezuma Cortez Panthers as we're down into the final 5.5 minutes of this ball game. What has been a very exciting back and forth battle between these two local rivals, and a game I haven't seen or covered in a long time. I have not seen a game between San Juan and Montezuma Cortez or Monticello and Montezuma Cortez on the boys' side since the 2018 season, 2017-2018. So it's been a long time for me, and this has not disappointed tonight. Our broadcast on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live is brought to you in part by Furniture Gallery, Dependable Auto Repair, Primary Residential Mortgage, Four Corners Electric, San Juan School District Adult Education, Jones and DeMille Engineering, Bradford Tire, and San Juan Counseling. And a big thanks once again to all the sponsors who have made this broadcast possible. Now Trip Palmer receives the inbound pass in the back court. And the Broncos work it back in. Jake Ivins right through the D, and he gets the layup. So a good play by San Juan out of the timeout. And now the Panthers will have it back in the offensive end. Down underneath the basket, it's intercepted. And the Broncos coming the other way. Anthony Doan goes around the D and lays it in. And the Montezuma Cortez lead is trimmed to 55-51 with 4:45 left in the game. And now coming back the other way, they thought about the three. Now they do take the three as Caden Leonard misses it. Rebounded by San Juan. Broncos running the other way. And Anthony Doan just throws up a prayer as he's flying out of bounds. No good. And that comes down to Montezuma Cortez on the loose ball. And as they drive into the offensive end, San Juan commits a foul. And this will be Jake Ivins' second. And so let's see who's coming in and out. It looks like Wyatt Oliver will come out. And I believe he's replaced by Trey Hall, who comes back into the game with 4 fouls. But Tay Wheat will hand to him top of the key. Now on to Caden Leonard. And it's good to see Leonard back out there for Montezuma Cortez after the injury to the leg. There's a three, no good for Trey Hall. Rebounded by San Juan. And the Broncos bring it across the line. Jake Ivins on the dribble. Goes to the right side. Anthony Doan thought about the three, but drives baseline and scores it off the glass. And the Broncos are back to within 2, 55-53 with under 4 to go. Tay Wheat with a little head fake, gets his man off and hits the 2. Had his foot on the line. And now what is the call here? I think it must just be a timeout for San Juan. Timeout San Juan, I believe. Maybe Montezuma Cortez timeout. That's what it is. And so Montezuma Cortez leading San Juan 57-53. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here to let you know that high school hoops tonight on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live is brought to you in part by Pick-A-Stitch Embroidery and Apparel, San Juan Mortuary, Four Corners Homes, Utah Navajo Health System, Main Street Drug and Boutique, San Juan Credit Union, Tailor-Made Wooden Heritage, and Innovation Medical Group. And a huge thanks to all the sponsors who make these broadcasts possible all season long, both in football and basketball. We couldn't do it without you, so a huge thanks. And this has been a real fun one tonight, as these two teams have gone back and forth all night long. The Montezuma Cortez girls winning earlier tonight, 67-53. But this one is a barn burner, 57-53 right now in favor of the Panthers. But San Juan out of the timeout, score off the glass. Anthony Doan up to 10 points now. Trip Palmer also has 10 off the bench for San Juan tonight. The Broncos are back to within 2 again, 57-55. Here's Tay Wheat on the drive. He's fouled as he comes through by Jayton Knight. No, it's not going to be Jayton Knight. It'll be Trip Palmer's 4th, and that's a tough break for San Juan. Well, they've got that just as his third, so I guess I'll just keep it that way myself and have the stats wrong. And here is Montezuma Cortez in the offensive end. On the reset, and it's Leonard handing to Tay Wheat. Wheat holding it on the left wing on the perimeter. Dishes right side for Easton Hartsoe. He'll give it back over here to the left side, Trace Hartsoe. Now underneath to Leonard, elected not to try to shoot in traffic under there. And now the Panthers will work it out back high. There's no shot clock in Colorado. So no shot clock running here. And a beautiful 10-footer is good for Caden Leonard as he spun at the free throw line, put up the shot, and it rolled in. And here comes Jagger Neves on the run, down through the D to Trip Palmer right side. Now scoring and a foul is Jake Ivins as they got it to him in the middle. And the foul will be the fourth on Trace Hartsoe. San Juan a chance at a three-point play here. They could make this a one-point ball game. Jake Ivins at the line for the Broncos. 2:42 is all that remains in this game. And it is still anybody's game. Ivins hits the free throw. So it is 59-58. We're going to get another timeout. 2:42 to go. 1-point lead for the hometown Panthers. We'll take a break ourselves. Stay with us. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
In the scope of a lifetime, 10 minutes may seem like no time at all. But when it comes to suicide, 10 minutes is often long enough to reconsider the decision to end one's own life. If you have a friend or family member who is struggling with suicide or depression, talk to them about temporarily storing their firearms away from their home. Because even a 10-minute delay can make a lifetime of difference. Let's help end tragic firearm deaths in Utah.
With a changing economy and advancing technology, it's time that marketing and selling of real estate in San Juan County catches up. Four Corners Homes and Property Management is changing the game. Every Four Corners Homes listing includes 3D mapping and virtual tours, professional photos, a digital and global 21st century footprint, and marketing exposure that makes it easy for buyers to find and identify what makes your listing unique. Marketing and exposure sells real estate, and if you want the best, you need Four Corners Homes on your team. Find us at fourcornershomes.net or call 801-404-0058.
The girls already in the books, and Montezuma Cortez winning that one 67-53. The boys embroiled in a battle here with 2:42 to go. The Panthers leading San Juan by 1 point, but the Broncos get the steal here. Anthony Doan is fouled as he goes up for the shot, and he will go to the line to shoot two with a chance for San Juan to retake the lead after a long time with a deficit. And let's see who the foul was on. It's on Trey Hall, and that is his fifth. And so Trey Hall will foul out of the ball game with 12 points, and he gets a round of applause, rightfully so. And it's going to be Ridge Hatathli coming back in to replace him. Meanwhile, Anthony Doan ties the ball game with a foul shot, and one more forthcoming could give San Juan the lead again. And it has been a while since they've been in the lead, since the first half, and he drains it. So a portion of the game that gave San Juan fits for the last year and a half, and they've really come on of late and have been shooting well from the line. Now Montezuma Cortez breaks the press, but Tay Wheat misses a three-pointer. San Juan with the defensive rebound, and now the Broncos can stretch the lead. Jagger Neves through the D, though, but he's too hard off the glass with the shot. And the rebound down to Montezuma Cortez. They run the floor and draw a foul. And the foul will be on Jake Ivins, it would appear, his third. And both teams are in the bonus now. And so shooting two is Montezuma Cortez, and it's Easton Hartsoe at the line. Looks like he and his brother have, I'm guessing it's his brother, have shared their shoes as they each have one orange and one green. And they both match as if they've traded the pairs with each other. I love it. Hartsoe, meanwhile, misses both, and that is huge. As the lead remains 60-59 for San Juan. They got the rebound and score as Jake Ivins lays it up and in down court. And the Broncos are up 62-59. Now a shot block for Trip Palmer, but they'll call him for a foul as he must have had contact with the body. And Trip Palmer will foul out of it. No, I'm sorry, that's his fourth. That's his fourth now. But it is a shooting foul, obviously, for Tay Wheat. Tense moments with under 2 minutes to go in the game now. And the Broncos up by just 3 points after they just reestablished the lead. But Tay Wheat has been excellent all game long for Montezuma Cortez, and he's going to get the roll on this first shot. And that makes it 62-60. So the 5'6" junior guard can make this a 1-point game. He's not able, though, as the shot bounces off. San Juan pulls down the rebound barely. And the Broncos on the run. Jake Ivins drive and kick. And now Jagger Neves is hammered as he drives in. And they call a charge on Jagger. And that I have as his first foul of the night. And boy, there was a lot of movement down there, but they call the charge on Neves. And so Montezuma Cortez basketball, inbounding it, coming back the other way. 105 seconds left in this game. It's a 62-60 lead for San Juan, and it's going to be a timeout for Montezuma Cortez as head coach Mike Hall makes the call. And again, 1:43 now left in this game, and a 62-60 lead for San Juan. Man, as the Broncos have trailed for the majority of this game, but this thing has been back and forth all night. And so it is still anybody's game right down to the wire on this thing. And just taking a look into the future here at what's going on for San Juan. And let's see, I've got, well, this doesn't seem correct. I'm looking at Deseret News, and I don't believe they have a correct schedule here. So I need to head back on over to Max Preps, I think, and I know they've got the right schedule. But meanwhile, Montezuma Cortez inbounds, but San Juan intercepts, but Jagger Neves is unable to make the layup. And Montezuma Cortez with the rebound. They've got it back in the offensive end, and Tay Wheat unable to score, but he draws a foul and will shoot two. And Coach Nielsen is not happy with the way the game has been called for the last couple minutes here, and I'd say he might have a bit of a case, but it is Tay Wheat at the line for Montezuma Cortez and could tie this ball game. The foul is the third for Jake Ivins, and Wheat does make the shot. So one more shot forthcoming, and we could have ourselves a tie ball game. Wheat's second shot on the way, rims in. And so it is all knotted at 62 with 90 seconds left. And you heard me say anybody's game. That's absolutely a fact right now. Anthony Doan drove through, but after the whistle, and might have ended up with a basket, but San Juan's going to talk it over on a timeout. 1:24 left in this game. We're all tied at 62. And this has been an absolute barn burner here tonight in the Montezuma Cortez High School gym. Just want to take a look at what's coming up for San Juan. It's a pretty busy week, and obviously winding down the pre-Christmas portion of the schedule. 3 games coming up for the Broncos, and it's going to start off this weekend at a round-robin tournament in Enterprise. So we'll travel over there on Friday, and it's a 4 p.m. tip against Roland Hall. And then the winner of that game will take on either Enterprise or guess who, American Heritage, the next day. So either way, you're going to play Enterprise or American Heritage. The 2 losers will meet at 1:30. The 2 winners will meet at 3 on Saturday. So we're hoping for a late return back to Blanding that night. We're hoping that San Juan will win that first game and win the second game as well. And it's going to be a tough round robin for the San Juan Broncos this weekend. So 4 o'clock Friday against Roland Hall, and then it's to be determined on Saturday, either 1:30 or 3 p.m. against either Enterprise or American Heritage. And then the Broncos will close out the pre-Christmas portion of the schedule with the traditional pre-Christmas rivalry matchup with the Monticello Buckaroos. And this season, that one's going to take place in Blanding, and that will be next Tuesday. And that will be the final game for the boys before Christmas. And so that is what is on tap for us here on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Meanwhile, 1A teams, Monticello's teams, the boys and the girls, will both be playing in the Bulldog Classic in Dove Creek this coming weekend. So there's going to be a lot of basketball. We're going to have to figure out our coverage, I think. As San Juan now inbounds the basketball, we're back underway. All tied at 62. Last minute 15 of this game. Here's Jayton Knight with the look, and he drains the three. Jayton Knight gives San Juan a 65-62 lead. And now the Broncos steal the ball away, or it's a turnover, I should say. And the Broncos have it in the offensive end now, under a minute to go. And Anthony Doan goes down, but he keeps dribbling, and now a nice pass to Jagger Neves under the basket. Can't get the first try to go. He's fouled on his putback attempt, and that is some tenacious work by the 6'1 sophomore underneath, though he missed, and he's been a bit crazy here this evening. He stayed with it, got the rebound, and ended up with the putback there. But he draws the foul. He couldn't get the shot to fall. But he'll shoot two from the line. And the foul is the first on Ridge Hatathli. Meanwhile, Neves can't make the first of the two fall. So these are huge foul shots right here. And that gives Montezuma Cortez life. For San Juan, they really need Jagger Neves to make this shot right here. And he does. So he gets the second of the two. And the Broncos are up by 4, 66-62. Now Neves steps in to grab the ball as the Panthers get it in, and he forces the jump ball, and it will be Panther basketball. But Jagger Neves with some real passionate play here of late and is helping his team out. Montezuma Cortez trying to inbound to break a press here. San Juan deflects this out of bounds. Jagger Neves, and now the Broncos have to back the press off into the backcourt here. So Montezuma Cortez will get a free pass across the line with 45 seconds to go. And they're going to work it in, and now they've got some urgency, of course. Here's Caden Leonard with the basketball. Backs it out on the right wing. Puts up the college three, no good. And they battle. San Juan comes away with the rebound. And the Broncos will work it across. Jagger Neves. And now, if you're Montezuma Cortez, I was going to say, you have to step in and foul. And finally, Caden Leonard does. And this will put the Broncos to the line as Jagger Neves will make the trip. He has 12 points right now. The Broncos have 4 players in double-digit scoring tonight. That is the first time all season that has happened. And this has been quite a game. I mean, it's like we said the other night after American Heritage, we knew that was the type of game that could galvanize a team and has really led to where we are tonight with the Broncos playing like they are against a tough Montezuma Cortez team. And now Jake Ivins hits the first of the 2 foul shots. So suddenly the Broncos are up by 6 as Ivins hits both. And the Broncos are up 68-62 with only 20 seconds to go. So now it's full-on urgency for Montezuma Cortez. And the Broncos are going to steal the ball away. Jagger Neves down court for the layup. And that'll do it. Down to 10 seconds to go. Coach Nielsen telling his players to back it off. Down to 6 seconds and 4, 3, 2, 1. And a basket at the buzzer for Caden Leonard is the way it will end. But a real gutsy win by the San Juan Broncos here tonight. 70-64 is the final. What a battle in this game tonight. Montezuma Cortez led for the majority. But the Broncos rallied in the fourth quarter to win this one, 70-64. what a finish here tonight. What an exciting game all the way around. Good basketball on both sides all night long, and that was one of the funnest basketball games that I've had the privilege of watching. So that was a lot of fun. Boy, it would be a fun rivalry between these two teams more than once a season. That was a good basketball game. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll come back out one final time for the final game stats. We'll see if Coach Nielsen remembers us up here and comes up for a chat. I know that was an exciting win, so we may get forgotten, I'm not sure, but I'll have a chance to talk with him in Enterprise if so. But a 70-64 win for the San Juan Broncos here tonight as they improved to 3-5 on the season. And we'll take a break, and we'll be back out here for final stats at Montezuma Cortez High School. Stay with us. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Utah is our home, unique in its strengths and struggles. And sadly, suicide in Utah is one of our greatest challenges. So people across the state are coming together to answer the call, to change our culture around suicide and mental health, to give hope and provide genuine help. Together, we can get through, lift up, look ahead, and live on. Learn how you can reach out at liveonutah.org.
Hello, my name is David Palmer, and I am the Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Blanding.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Stubbs. As a recently elected San Juan County Commissioner,
we are so excited to collaborate with SJC-PAC Coalition and San Juan Counseling to bring parents-empowered messaging to our beautiful Wellness Center pool area.
Parents Empowered is a Utah campaign designed to help parents understand the power they have in reducing the risk of underage drinking.
Survey data tells us that youth perception of risk in San Juan County in all grades went from 83.6% in 2019 to 68.3% in 2021. This means our kids don't understand the damage that alcohol and other drugs can cause on their developing brains.
Did you know that Utah teens reported that parental disapproval is the #1 reason they choose not to drink?
Never assume your children know what your rules, expectations, and attitudes are. Write them down and discuss them with your kids so they understand the reasons behind them.
Bonding is essential to preventing underage drinking. Children are less likely to drink when the parents are involved in their lives.
Welcome back live to Montezuma Cortez High School. Rhett Sifford welcoming you back in. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live as we start the postgame show for the second time tonight after an absolutely exciting 70-64 win for the San Juan boys over the Montezuma Cortez Panthers tonight. What a battle this game was. The girls, on the girls' side, in the first game tonight of our doubleheader, Montezuma Cortez winning that one 67-53. But boy, we had a back-and-forth battle here tonight in the nightcap with the two boys teams duking it out here. And we'll take a look at the final stats now and look forward to maybe a conversation with Coach Easton Nielsen here momentarily. But, oh, that took me off. Maybe here we're back on. I guess that was my own cord. So Easton Nielsen may come up and chat with us, not sure. But let's look at these final stats, and we'll just start by scoring by period here first. And San Juan opened up with a 21-18 lead after one quarter, but Montezuma Cortez rallied to take a halftime lead by 1 point. They won the second quarter 10-6 and led 28-27 at the half. They led from the second quarter on all the way until the fourth quarter. But how about this? Montezuma Cortez winning the third quarter 22-19, but the Broncos outscoring the Panthers 24-14 in the fourth quarter to rally to win this ball game tonight. Both teams' largest lead was up to 8, and I'll tell you, Montezuma Cortez had that lead, I think, in the fourth quarter, definitely in the third quarter, but at some point, clearly in the second half, they had that lead, and boy, what a gutsy win for the San Juan Broncos to come back tonight. Final shooting stats, we'll start with Montezuma Cortez, and we'll just go right down the line for them. They were 26 of 66 from the floor, 39% tonight, 20 of 40 from inside the arc for 50%, 6 of 26 from long range, 23%, And then from the line, also 50%, 6 of 12. For San Juan, 28 of 63 from the floor for 44%. So they outshot the Panthers from the floor. And then let's see, 24 of 48 for 50% from inside the arc. These stat lines very similar between these two teams. The Broncos 4 of 15 from beyond the arc for 27%. 10 of 14 from the free throw line. So they continue to get 70% or better foul shooting, and I think really this is just the best indication for this team is how well they've been doing in a portion of the game that they struggled with for so long, and so it really bodes well for them. Looking at other team stats tonight, San Juan out-rebounding Montezuma Cortez 39-26. Of course, all this is unofficial. 10 turnovers for San Juan and just 6 for the Panthers, however. And the Panthers stole the ball 5 times from San Juan. The Broncos only 1 steal tonight, but San Juan blocked 4 Panthers shots, and the Panthers blocked a couple. Now individually, let's take a look at these two teams, and starting with the hometown Panthers, Tay Wheat leading the way, not surprisingly, and he had a game-high 18 points. Then 3 players for the Panthers with 12 points apiece, Caden Leonard, Trey Hall, and Trace Hartsoe. Then it was Easton Hartsoe with a 6-point night, and Ridge Hatathli coming off the bench in that second half to score 4. The 3-point baskets, there were 6 for Montezuma Cortez, and it was 2 each for Trey Hall and Trace Hartsoe, and 1 apiece for Caden Leonard and Tay Wheat. For the San Juan Broncos, 4 players in double-digit scoring for the first time this season, and it was Jake Ivins leading the way with a 16-point night. Jagger Neves had 14, Anthony Dome with 12, Trip Palmer into the night with 10 points this evening. A 6-point night for R.J. Daly, 4 for Justice Black, 3 each for Keaton Ivins and Jayton Knight, and 2 points for Brigham Nielsen. 4 3-point baskets. There were 2 for R.J. Daly. Those were in the first half. And 1 each for Jagger Neves and Jayton Knight. Neves had a huge three-pointer there in the fourth quarter that helped San Juan keep their lead. And or maybe it was when they were rallying to tie and then take the lead. I can't remember the time frame there, but a big three-pointer for Jagger Neves. And what an all-around game for this San Juan team, as they really take the springboard of that American Heritage loss last week, but a real galvanizing effort for this team, and it showed here tonight in an outstanding effort against Montezuma Cortez. I see things are being cleaned up. Maybe what I'll do here is I'll take one final quick break, and we'll come back out to close things up. We'll give Coach Nielsen a chance to come up and chat with us if he wants, and if not, we'll close it out when we come back. So stay with us. Again, it's a 70-64 win for the San Juan Broncos here tonight in Cortez. We'll be back in just a minute here on the High School Hoops postgame show. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Back live at Montezuma Cortez High School one final time. Rhett Sifford welcoming you back. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. And we're excited to be joined by an out-of-breath head coach for the San Juan Broncos, Easton Nielsen. Coach, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen such a good game. Maybe you should play Cortez all year. What a barn burner that was.
Holy cow. You know, I'll be honest, it was maybe a little more of a barn burner than we would have liked it to have been with the amount of turnovers we had and the amount of offensive boards we gave up in the first half. We definitely didn't do what we needed to do with the little things in the first half. So, yeah, I mean, that team, I'm going to give them a lot of credit. They executed their offense pretty well down the stretch. They have some kids that hit some timely shots and that put a lot of pressure on us. And, you know, that's the mark of a competitive basketball team. So credit to them. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of the fight that, you know, to carry us through it the last 4 minutes there. Executed our press well, got some looks off of that, which were very timely. Even though we missed a few layups, it turned out to be enough. So we're happy to leave here with a win.
Yeah, you know, we talked last week, of course, about the galvanization that you had in that loss with American Heritage, and it showed tonight. You guys are really coming together as a team. I think it's the first time all year you've had 4 players in double-digit scoring.
That's news to me. I don't know if I would have thought that, to be completely honest. But yeah, I mean, we really feel good about where we're getting to as a team. We feel like we are growing together more. Last week, and, you know, it was a huge week for us. It really was. There is a little bit of camaraderie. There's a little bit of swag starting to develop, and we like to feel that. We just got to keep carrying it and take it into this weekend with some big games.
Well, Coach, great win for you guys to propel you into the weekend, and obviously you're winding down the pre-Christmas part of the schedule. You're going to have a tough round robin this weekend in Enterprise.
Absolutely. You know, it is going to be tough, but we've played tough all year long. We're no stranger to good basketball teams. We believe we can go over there and win a couple games, and that's our focus. That's our goal. We expect to go over there and be in both of those games, and you know, if we execute some little things, we hope to come home with 2 wins.
And I moved ahead a little bit of myself. What'd you tell the boys in the locker room tonight after this one was over?
You know, the message was really good fight at the end. You know, I'm very proud that there was a couple moments where they could have buried us. We could have let them bury us, right? But we fought hard. We fought hard on the defensive side of the ball, so I was very proud of that. On the flip side, we have to address our turnover issue. This is the 3rd or 4th game in a row now that we've been much higher than we need to be. We got to be a little more physical on those boards too. So, you know, it's a very similar message just on the winning side of things now is, you know, we did a lot of things to give us a lot of opportunities, but we've got to finish possessions on both ends of the floor.
Well, it should be a fairly enjoyable bus ride home tonight, not too long a trip, and so enjoy that, and I guess what are you going to do here for the next couple days of practice?
Hey, we're looking ahead to Roland Hall. That's a good basketball team. Coach Alvidrez, he does a great job over there, and he has some kids playing hard. So next 2 days, you know, there's no time to take the foot off the gas. We're showing up tomorrow and game planning for Roland Hall to get ready.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. Have a good night, and we'll see you on Friday for sure. Thank you very much. And that is Coach Easton Nielsen of the San Juan Broncos. His team coming away victorious tonight, 70-64 the final. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Again, we'll be on the air Friday night at 4 p.m., actually starting that broadcast at 3:30 as the Broncos head over to take on Roland Hall in the first game of a round-robin tournament in Enterprise, so that should be a lot of fun. 4 o'clock Friday night, and then either 1:30 or 3 o'clock on Saturday. The Broncos are hoping that's a 3 p.m. game on Saturday against either American Heritage or Enterprise. How about that? If the Broncos could somehow find a way to earn a rematch with American Heritage, that might be a lot of fun. That was a pretty testy game last Tuesday. So that'll do it for us here tonight. I want to say some thanks before we close it out, of course, to all the sponsors, all the listeners and the viewers. You're the reason why we do this broadcast, and we couldn't do the broadcast without the sponsors. We will hit you up one final time by name here during the close. I want to thank Caleb Carr and Cortland Lyman for the work tonight on StreamUtah.Live side, always doing an outstanding job. It was kind of fun, boys, to be over here in Cortez together for the first time, and that was a fun game. I wouldn't mind doing that again. So that'll do it for us here tonight. Again, we'll see you Friday night starting at 3:30. Join us then, and until then, Rhett Sifford saying so long from the Montezuma Cortez High School Gymnasium. Have a great rest of your night, high school sports fans. High School Hoops is a production of Red Rock 92 Sports and StreamUtah.Live. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Utah State University Blanding, San Juan Health, Car Shop Auto Body, Colleen Kays, author of The 7 Dynamos of Organizational Power, Red Mechanical, Flights Gymnastics, Northern Electric, Emory Telcom, Napa Motor Parts, Creative Floors, San Juan School District CTE Programs, Blue Mountain Foods, Energy Fuels, Precision Rehab, Lee Contracting, Desert Rivers Credit Union, Holiday Construction, San Juan Pharmacy, Canyonlands Tire, Diamond Propane, Red's Ace Hardware, Southeastern Utah 7-Eleven stores, Blue Mountain Hospital, Furniture Gallery, Dependable Auto Repair, Primary Residential Mortgage, Four Corners Electric, San Juan School District Adult Education, Jones and DeMille Engineering, Bradford Tire, San Juan Counseling, Pick-a-Stitch Embroidery and Apparel, San Juan Mortuary, Four Corners Homes, Utah Navajo Health System, Main Street Drug, San Juan Credit Union, Tailor Made Wooden Heritage, and Innovation Medical Group. We're the home of live high school sports coverage in southeastern Utah, Classic Hits Radio, Red Rock 92, and StreamUtah.Live.